My Life After 50, Frank Morrison's live stream. Hope everybody is well. I am into week 12. And today, an exciting day, Inauguration Day. Now, whatever party you are in favor of, it's time for us to move forward and to be strong as a country. And let's let our new administration show us what they could do. The United States is in some need of repair, and we are all hungry for it, for sure. Slight adjustment here. So, how are you all doing? I'm doing fantastic. As you've heard me say in many of my, if not all of them, live streams, wonderful clarity. What is the live stream about? It is about quitting drinking and my experience of what I went through. And I will always refer you to my first video that started my YouTube channel and how I defeated the evils of alcohol. It's a long one. Break it up, go back to it, but I invite you to watch that whole thing. It's off the cuff, and it hopefully can be enlightening to someone or yourself who is in a bad place, is in a dark, bad place, and is looking and is ready to get out of that dark, bad place and find your life again with true clarity, like I do. I have a Frank's Weekly 5. I'll dive right into it. Number 1, have you become someone who consumes a lot of alcohol more days in a week than you don't? Do you consume a lot of alcohol more days in a week than you don't in a week? If you do, you're in a bad place. And it is a terrible, terrible path to literally nowhere. And I'm here to assure you that you don't want to go any further down this path that you've already gone, because it is a terrible place. Before I go any further, I do want to mention that I am not a doctor. I have no medical degree. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a neurologist. I'm not a therapist. I'm a regular guy who has overcome the evils of alcohol. I've gone into my 10th year, and I'm very proud of that. If you are looking for help for a friend, or you're looking for help for yourself, that at least tells me you're watching this, that you're aware. You're either aware for that person or yourself. So that's a good job on you. Which leads me to number 2. You have to overcome your denial. You have to you have to overcome your denial that you have a serious problem. And many, many, many millions, and I don't have statistics, and maybe I'll do a better job at that in the future, are in denial. And if they're not in denial, you've gotten to a far further stage in your life where you just don't care. But I don't think you're at that stage, because you wouldn't be watching this. You wouldn't be looking for help. again, whether it's for yourself or for someone else. So I'm very happy that you are taking the time to watch this. But stop denying it, because that's your first step. And that path can become much more inviting than the one that you're on right now, because it literally goes nowhere, but darker and darker. In that first video that started my YouTube channel, which, by the way, is not just about that. It's about my life. And my title of my channel is My Life After 50, Frank Morrison. So that entails a lot of things. And I'm just telling stories about my life. Not super often, but things that I like to do. So check out the rest of my channel. But getting back to number 3, I use the word evils of alcohol. So here are 3 specific evils that even the light drinker has experienced. And when I read these, hopefully you're not in denial of any of them. The first one saying something you didn't mean or regret. Saying something you didn't mean or regret. We've all done that. Oh, it's the alcohol talking. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Why do we do that? Evils. You didn't mean it. Why would you say it? If you had clarity, you wouldn't have said it. Doesn't matter what it was. You upset somebody. Number 2, wasted away hard-earned income. I've said it in other live streams. You're just pissing it away. You're literally going to the restroom while you're at the bar or your home and doing exactly that. It's going in, it's going out. What a waste. Now, if you're a millionaire and you have money trees all around your yard, good for you. But that doesn't make it okay to waste your money away. I'll take it. I'd love to have the money that's just being wasted away. But in all seriousness, you're just wasting money away. I think in my second live stream, I brought that up and I did some calculations. And why don't you take a moment and do those calculations? Figure out what you spend in a week, times it by 52. I think you might shock yourself. Number 3, driving intoxicated. Yeah, what gave you the right to do that? It's the evils that have entered your mind through alcohol that have led you to believe that you're okay to get behind the wheel of a vehicle and endanger others, obviously yourself. Bad news. Bad news. And in my first video, there's a portion of that that I'd like for you to watch. I wasn't intoxicated, but I had a seizure in my car because I wasn't drinking. But please take time to watch that video. So there's 3 specific evils that even the light drinker has experienced. Saying something you didn't mean or regret. Wasted away hard-earned income. Driving intoxicated. Those are 3 basic. Way more than that. There's way more than that. And there's one I'll get to in a little bit. what I like to do each live stream is tell a quick story or a short clip of my long introduction video to YouTube. And this one is maybe a third of the way into the story. No, probably half. And I had just gotten back from a conference, known I had a meeting with my general manager at this place of business. And it was the following workday, so it was Monday. This is also the same week where I had a seizure in my vehicle. I walked into the boardroom of this establishment, and it was full of people that I knew. Many from the administration department, so on, which has never been the case before. This was a meeting between myself and the general manager, supposed to be about the upcoming season and everything that I had listed in the season. And that's not what the meeting was about. And all of a sudden, a folder comes sliding across the conference table, and that was my last day at this establishment after 15 and a half years. Yep. Which is actually a portion of number 4 of Frank's Weekly 5. You are slowly eliminating options. In what, you ask? You are slowly eliminating options. These are options in your life. What are they? These are just 3. Health, it's number 1. That's going to lead me to show you something in just a moment. Relationships. Yeah. Let's go back to specific evils. Number 1, saying something you didn't mean or regret. That has to do with relationships. You're slowly eliminating options. The first is health. I'll get to something in a moment. Relationships I've listed as the second one. The third one, employment. Yep, that happened to me. Now maybe you don't think it'll happen to you. Maybe you think that, and here's the term that I used for a long time. I learned to use it. Why? Because it was stated. It was out there. Functioning alcoholic. So you have convinced yourself that you can handle your life with these behaviors. No, you can't. No, you can't. The evils of alcohol will trick you into believing that until something very drastic happens in your life. So let me show you something. And again, I said I'm no doctor, and maybe I'll add another story to this live stream. I'm going to show you a picture of something. And that picture is of a liver. And I want you to just take a quick look at that. And hopefully the reflection isn't hurting that photo. I'm going to hold this for a moment so that you can really take a look. Excuse me, I'll get rid of that info. Let me start that all over again. Sorry about that, guys. Wow, look at me. There we go. That's better. I didn't think you needed the info of my screenshot of where I took that photo. Anyway, take a good look at that. Now, why would we do this? Why would we destroy our organs just for a feel good? We don't take these things in. We don't take them into consideration. We don't process this stuff. We just do. Next thing you know, it's too late. So the third one on that list is cirrhosis. The very last one's carcinoma. I mean, wow. You're literally, if you're at a stage of being a daily drinker and you are all about the alcohol all day long, eventually your organs are not going to last. And that photo is from the National Institute of Alcohol and Alcohol Abuse. I took that screenshot from their webpage. Does that not show you enough of what you're doing? So there's the health right there. You don't really realize it. It's not just about having headaches, throwing up, nausea, seizures, neurological issues. You're literally destroying your organs. We don't know this is happening because it's just grabbed you. It's evil. It's evil. I'll go ahead and tell you this other story. And I was in my 20s, late 20s when I found this out. Maybe very early 30s. There was a young gentleman. His name was Brad, and he was, man, what a nice guy he was. But he was a major alcoholic. And I never really thought deeply about it. And this was way before I became a daily drinker. I was your typical going out to the bars and that kind of thing. Wasn't that at that stage of my life. Anyway, let me just get right to the point. I don't want to drag this out. Brad drank so much. He drank so much. What I showed you in that image is what happened to him. Plus, a number of his other organs just failed, and he literally drank himself to death. As he was dying, I found this out. I wasn't around him at the time because we had moved on in our lives. But he drank himself to death. He could not quit drinking. How about that? Brad might have been 44, 45, I'd have to guess. Drank himself to death. It's just unbelievable. Now, I'm sure there's many, many, many stories like that, but this is just one, and you're hearing it from me because you're watching my video. I did hear something earlier today as I was scrolling through information that another person was talking about. This is a very random comment, but this is from last year's. And funny, I just said I've got to do better at understanding statistics, or at least sharing them. Here is one, actually. Last year, there were 3 million people that were involved in alcohol-related accidents. 3 million people involved in major alcohol-related car accidents. Wow. Okay, so Frank's with inauguration day. I tried to have a little fun with this. Number 5, rise above this terrible dependence. Rise above this terrible dependence that you have at the moment. Become the new president of yourself. Rise above this terrible dependency, and become the new president of yourself. Be accountable. You can do it. I know you can do it. I can do it. I have amazing clarity. It is a wonderful place to be. And I have to say that I couldn't have done it without going into a facility. It's if you are as that deep into things, you cannot do this on your own. Don't even try it. It's extremely dangerous. Now, if you're watching this and you are a casual drinker, I don't even know what that means anymore. What is casual? Because apparently if you're having a drink every day, you're an alcoholic. So I don't even know what casual is anymore. But if it's something that's not controlling your life and you're trying to slow down, that's completely different. I don't think that your neurological system has become dependent on what the alcohol has replaced. As a healthy person, but don't do it. You can't do it on yourself, by yourself. You just can't. Be safe about it. Do the right thing. A couple of videos ago, I had stated, and I'll say it again, surround yourself around believers. You have to overcome your denial. Overcome your denial, and you surround yourself around believers. What are those? What does that mean? Believers are people you can trust that are going to watch you go through this process and be as proud as you will be when you get through it. You'll be stronger, you'll be happier, you'll be healthier, and you'll have your life back for sure. As I end each live stream, I will leave you with this. This is my quote, and yes, I am self-promoting, and I have no problem saying that. Make today your best day ever until tomorrow. It's very strong. This is a good one for you. Make today your best day ever until tomorrow. You can find these shirts on redbubble.com under FJM Art, or just simply type in make today your best day ever until tomorrow on the Redbubble website, and it'll take you right to my page. I'd love your support there. I have other designs, but this is close to me. Until next time, folks, take care.